Hello and welcome. The year 2023 is shaping up to be a big one for moviegoers, with everything from big franchise sequels returning to never-before-seen storylines. There is a lot to be excited for. To give you an idea of which upcoming films you should not miss, we have selected the top 10 best upcoming Hollywood movies that are scheduled to release in 2023. Also tell us in the comments about the upcoming film you are most excited for. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Hunger Games: The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. It is an upcoming sci-fi action film, the fifth movie in the Hunger Games series, and a prequel to the 2012 film The Hunger Games. And just in case you are unfamiliar with the earlier films, here is a quick recap of the series. The plot takes place in the country of Panem, which is split into 12 regions and governed from the capital. And meanwhile, as payback for an attempted rebellion, each region is forced to choose two representatives, one boy and one girl, to compete in the Battle Royale survival games every year, which end with only one survivor. While the central focus of the new film will be on Panem tyrant President Snow, who is seeking wealth for his family, while he is forced to supervise Lucy Gray, the representative from the nation's lowest region. The new film will take place 64 years prior to the first trilogy, and will explore the early years of the 12 regions in the capital. Simply put, it is kind of the origin story of Coriolanus Snow, the ruler of Panem, and it takes place during the 10th Hunger Games. The film is set to be released on November 17, 2023. Number 9. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. For years, these franchise movies attracted audiences of all ages. And even now, they continue to hold a special place in fans' hearts. Rise of the Beasts will be a direct sequel to Bumblebee, and the 7th entry in the franchise. The film will take place in 1994, where a couple of human historians venture out to collect prehistoric artifacts until they come across an old war that will set in motion the events that will eventually lead to the intense fight involving the Maximals, who are claimed to be Autobot allies, and the villainous Turwarkons, who are usually portrayed as a group inside the Decepticons. There were many new characters in the trailer who could transform into creatures and birds instead of vehicles. And if the trailer is any indication, the film promises to be a global adventure with one of the most popular Autobot storylines that connects 3 distinct clans of the Transformers race. It's been a long time since the last Transformers movie, making this one of the most anticipated releases of this year. The film is set to hit theaters on June 9, 2023. Number 8. The Flash. Well, this one is pretty popular, since it was announced and repeatedly postponed, but finally, the film is now scheduled to open in theaters on June 23, 2023. It is an upcoming superhero movie based on the DC Comics character Flash. The film draws inspiration from the Flashpoint comic book, one of the craziest storylines in which a variety of DC Comics characters appear, including multiple versions of the same character. But given recent DC reboot events, these appearances may change, so don't hold high hopes on cameos. The main plot will revolve around Barry Allen, who goes back in time to stop his mother's death, and races so fast that he mistakenly opens a gateway to another reality, which causes unintended consequences in his timeline. To correct his error, Barry is seen asking the Batman for help in restoring his timeline to its original state. Similarly to Marvel's Multiverse of Madness and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, we will see Barry traveling between realms and meeting various versions of characters we are familiar with. So let's see if this one manages to surprise the audience. Number 7. Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It is an upcoming fantasy adventure film, directed by Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daley. This is not the first time a Dungeons & Dragons story has been adapted for the big screen. A film trilogy was released a decade ago, which was unfortunately disliked by critics, as well as the majority of audiences. Just like the Lord of the Rings books, this game contains a massive fantasy universe, packed with great characters, and a plethora of mystical places and creatures. And if made well, it has the potential to become a massive franchise. The film stars Chris Pine, Michelle Rodriguez, Sophia Lillis, Hugh Grant, and many others. The plot will center on handsome burglar Jhon and his crew as they set out on a heroic adventure to find a missing artifact. But things go horribly wrong when they unintentionally help the bad guys steal a deadly thing that can destroy the world. The film is set to bring the vibrant universe and lighthearted essence of the game to the big screen in a humorous, action-packed adventure, and it is slated for release on March 31, 2023. Number 6. Fast and Furious 10. It is an upcoming action film, directed by LISTBE. This franchise has evolved over the past 2 decades, from a movie featuring car racing to the current, most profitable franchise at the box office. On the story side, it is a direct continuation of Fast 9, and the first part of the 10th and final chapter of the series. The main story has not yet been revealed, but it is rumored to take place following the incidents of the Fast 9 film, in which Cypher and another mysterious enemy, Dante, will band together to battle Dominic Toretto and his gang, who are said to be helped by a new character named Tess, played by Brie Larson. This movie has the 5th highest production budget ever, with an estimated $340 million spent on its creation, and its large star cast also adds to the high level of anticipation. On the bright side, Jason Momoa has also joined the cast. The film is regarded as the biggest in terms of action, larger-than-life plots, and spectacular car chases, and it is scheduled to be released on May 19, 2023. Number 5. The Super Mario Bros. It is an upcoming animated fantasy adventure comedy film based on beloved Mario video game series. It is the 3rd film of the franchise, following the live-action film from 1993 and the Japanese animated film from 1986. The story will center on Mario, a Manhattan mechanic, as he journeys across the Mushroom Realm with Peach, a queen and a mushroom toad, in order to locate his brother Luigi and defend the planet from the tyrannical, fire-breathing King Koopa. The film features a famous voice cast, led by Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy and others. The movie is anticipated to remain faithful to Mario's original concept and emotion, while still exploring fresh adventures and stories. The film is slated to debut on April 7, 2023. Spider-Man: Across the Spider-Verse. We will finally get to witness Miles and his superhero team from the multiverse, where they must defend the planet from a strange adversary who has the power to open interplanetary gateways and has an unexpected link to Miles. The movie will premiere on June 2, 2023. Dune Part 2. Dune is still one of the greatest sci-fi masterpieces of recent times, and we will see the continuation of Paul Atreides' adventure in Part 2, as he vows vengeance against the murderers who slaughtered his family, while also saving the galaxy with the aid of Freeman, the Spice Guardians. The movie will debut on November 3, 2023. John Wick Chapter 4. Mark my words, this movie will contain some of the best action scenes you'll watch this year. After being betrayed by his old friend, Jhon will be ready to battle the Supreme Boss and the shadowy network of gang leaders that has been pursuing him. The movie will debut on March 24, 2023 as scheduled. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Get ready for one last emotional journey of Guardians, as it will be their final adventure together, and Peter will have to lead them on one last perilous mission to save both the universe and one of their group members. The movie is slated for release on May 5, 2023. Number 2. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. It is an upcoming action spy film, directed by Christopher McQuarrie. Although the main premise of the film is unknown, the official teaser suggests that it will be another world-saving mission for Ethan Hunt, in which his past will come back to hunt him. This time, however, it will be an epic, mind-blowing action story, far larger than any previous films, taking this mega franchise to a whole new level. Of course, he'll be accompanied by his loyal team and many other characters from past movies. Additionally, we get to meet a few new characters, such as Haley Atwell and others, as the movie is being released into parts. The first one is anticipated to end on a huge cliffhanger, setting up the second part, which will come out on June 28, 2024, while the first part is currently scheduled to be out on July 14, 2023. Number 1. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantomania. Many people, including me, were underestimating this film, but the trailer gives it the impression of a huge blockbuster. It is an upcoming superhero movie based on the Ant-Man character from Marvel Comics. It is the 3rd installment in the Ant-Man film series, and the first movie of Marvel's Phase 5, after the events of Avengers Endgame. Scott Lang, along with Hope Van Dyne and her family, were unintentionally transported to the quantum realm, where they will find themselves investigating the realm and socializing with bizarre new life forms, until they run into the mighty Kang the Conqueror, who threatens Ant-Man to carry out a mission for him in exchange for their freedom. Many fans were missing the Endgame era, although this film may not precisely bring that back, but it does have the potential to usher in a new era of many grand storylines, which we have not seen before in the MCU. The movie will be released next month, on February 17th, so the wait won't be too long. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video.